Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Washington football team taking on the New York Jets.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to... Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A carry here for Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Third down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. He still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. They'll set up to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Pardon, is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete, Okue-Bunam. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Good protection there on third down. This is just a simple flip to his tight end outside the numbers, and he's able to haul it in and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff for Gibson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll look to throw here. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now it's Wilson. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kareem Hunt with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive 7 plays in length. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up. Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 27. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one is slant to McLaurin. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. Well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. On second down now, it's Gibson, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. New York set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. Short throw to Disley. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Short throw to Disley. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wilson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And here's a give to Gibson. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. New York ready to go again offensively. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw again is Wilson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. And that will get me off target and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Lamar Jackson, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Chris Carson, the game of his life, 5 touchdown runs. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On second down, it's Gibson trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to look to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. Oh, good move. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. This is Hunt. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And to give this time to the tailback. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a toss right side for Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gano's his kick is right through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And he powers his way up past the 30. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. They'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Back to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Here we go on fourth down. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They run the toss now with Gibson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize that
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, that's complete to Disley, the tight end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Gibson. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Right back to him on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff as they run left side. Shreds the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And he's got this down to the 35. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can make it.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young
in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Looking to throw. Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And he'll give it here to his running back.
And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. 2nd and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before you get to the marker.
Washington going to send out their punter.
He's been terrific so far. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Swings this out for Hunt.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and